A long time ago, my grandmother passed, and she was just, one of my heart and souls in my life. And I was having a really hard time with it. And I remember praying after she passed, praying to her. And I felt like my life was kind of disheveled a little bit. I didn't really know what I wanted to do still. I was kind of bouncing around. There wasn't a real clear direction. And I hadn't had like a really serious job. I've had a lot of good jobs, but not one that I could see as like my possible career at the time. So I prayed to her and I asked her for, all kinds of guidance and love and support and just to help me, help see me through this. But I remember closing out the prayer asking for balance, that I just give me some balance in my life. I had applied that day before I said that prayer to a whole bunch of jobs. But those jobs specifically that day that I applied for were jobs that I felt like were way over my head. Like jobs that I was not qualified for. But I did it anyway. Just shot in the dark. Like who knows? But let's see what could happen. One of the jobs calls me back the very next day after I say that prayer and asked me, do you want to come in for an interview? We think that you have, a pretty interesting resume. We think that you could be a good fit here. Come on in. Let's see where we can go with this. I go into this place and I interview. And when I'm going in, I'm thinking to myself, the irony of this job, the irony of this place. And I'll bring it back full circle when I say this, but I'm just thinking like, this is pretty crazy. But I'm going to go into this interview like I just know I can do it, because I know I can. My confidence is very high, but there's a lot of things on that qualification and what that job requires role wise that I felt like that I had no idea. But I was going to go in there and say exactly what I needed to say, and I was going to teach myself how to do a lot of these things. The stuff that I didn't know how to do, I'll teach myself. They don't need to know that, but I'll teach myself. I know that. I'm going to go in there and basically act as though the position is already mine. And I did. I walked in there oozing. The confidence was coming out the sleeves. It was coming out the top of the collar. Like the confidence was at an all-time high. I'm saying hi to everybody walking in. Everything is going good. I have a really good interview. I'm just I'm interviewing almost like George Costanza in Seinfeld when he got the job with the Yankees, where he's just asking questions back to them and basically turning the tables onto the interviewer, and he's the interviewee. He's turning the tables and he's basically saying like, why should I work here type of deal. Crazy, because that could not get you the job sometimes. That kind of ego and cockiness could easily get you kicked out of that round of interviews. But I went in there and I had the perfect mixture of it. Ended up getting the job. That job was at New Balance, the shoe company, New Balance. I got a opportunity to work for New Balance after I just prayed to my grandmother the day before about finding balance in my life. When I got that call to come interview, I thought to myself, this is a sign, but do the opposite. Just go in there and do the opposite and just see where it goes. And I did. And I got that job. And I was very good at that job. And I really enjoyed that job. And it led me to even better positions later on. And it was a very big opportunity